So from now I like to discuss with you another discourse. This is not a difficult one. The thing is, you will be able to understand the path of a noble disciple to attain arahantship. The attaining of ultimate goal. Okay? This is the description of this discourse. Okay, you say with me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I pay homage to my teacher, Luku Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And dear children and parents, actually it is very important to listen to this Dhamma and having a knowledge about this Dhamma. Can you understand that one? The importance of listening to this Dhamma. From morning, how many of things you learn about this life? All these things are the knowledge of our great teacher, Supreme Buddha. So then you will have a good desire to follow this Dhamma. Can you understand? Okay. So this discourse is from Middle End Discourses. I think you have listened to this discourse, both of you. What is the discourse? That day, but not in English, in Sinhala. Do you like to listen in English? Okay, the name of this discourse is Ganaka Moggallana. Can you remember? Moggallana, another name. Okay? About an accountant. What is his name? Moggallana. Repeat it. Moggallana. Again he also is a lay follower, not a monk. Then he, okay, on that occasion the Blessed One was staying at Savatthi in India, Savatthi, in the palace of Nigara's mother, Nigara Matu Pasada. At that time, that Ganaka Moggallana, that accountant, do you know about accountant? Accountant? Okay. What is their duty? You see? Have you heard about accountant? What is their duty? Yes? Financial services. That means taxes and those things. Accounting. So then he came near to Buddha and paying homage, he sat on a side. Then he expresses this one. Then he shows that palace, you know palace, that monastery. Okay? Showing that monastery, then he says to Buddha, See Bhante, in this monastery, in this palace, there is a gradual training in this palace and gradual practice, gradual process of building this palace. Can you understand? Because it's a building with so many stairs, flat. And he says, up to the end of the stairs, there is a gradual training, gradual practice, gradual progress. Anupubba sikka, anupubba kiriya, anupubba patipada. Then he says, among Brahmins too, and among Arkas, that means among other people, and also among with accountants like us, there is a gradual training, gradual practice, gradual progress. What is that gradual training regarding accountants here? He says, when an apprentice, when a student comes to us to learn about this accounting, did you learn accounting? Are you learning accounting? Commerce? Do you know about that? I have learned about Labha, Sesha Patra, how to say those things? Profit and loss accounts, and yes, so many things to learn those things. And we passed those examinations also, but we couldn't manage our life, only the business management. Okay, so this Dhamma is to management what? To manage life, to manage life. If you can manage business and life, the both, then you are very lucky. But we couldn't practice business, and that's why we came to this life. Okay, but you can try. Then, when a student comes to learn this accounting, then that Ganakamogalan saying, we teach him to count one by one. Ekam, ekakam, one. Deva, dukkha, two, twos, three, threes, four, fours, six, sixes, seven, sevens, nine, nines, 10, tens. What is this? Gradually. Can you understand? One by one. In this way, we teach him to account up to 100. Okay. Then he says, in this way, there is a gradual training. Can you understand? Then his question was, Bhante, is it possible to teach, or is it possible to explain a gradual training in this Dhamma and discipline? Can you understand? In this Dhamma, is it possible to teach a gradual training? This was the question. That means when you say, oh, at once I could eradicate desire, at once will I be able to be extreme entrant? At once will I be able to attain arhanship? If you think in this way, his question was, is there a gradual path, gradual training to understand this life? Then our great teacher Supreme Buddha explains, of course, there is a gradual training, gradual practice, gradual progress. You listen to this Dhamma. You listen to this discourse. Okay? Don't pay your attention to other things, okay? Okay, you say, what was his question? That accountant's question. You didn't listen. You don't remember. Who can say? Can you say his question? Where? In this Dhamma. Good. Now see, he was there in corner, but he listened to this discourse. Okay, you listen. Then Buddha explains, there is a gradual training. It's like this. Just as when a clever horse trainer, horse trainer, when he gets a horse, first of all, he makes that horse to wear a, bit, mukavadam, bit. Yes. Then afterward he trains him further. In this way, Buddha explains, so when the Tathagata obtains a person to be tamed, okay, then he first advises to that person in this way. You keep in this one, this gradual process is going up to the Arahantship. Can you understand? Okay. So first of all, the Buddha, as the incomparable leader of the persons to be tamed, then he tames people. Ehi tvam bhikkhu. Step by step you keep these things very, very clearly. Keep in your mind. Oh bhikkhu, oh monk, come here. Come here. Silavahohi. Be virtuous. Can you understand? This is the initial advice. Can you understand? I can remember one saying of Achan Shah. Have you heard? And in one of his books I read, the people, they are very happy when a baby is born. Okay? But when people is dying, then they cry. Then Achan Shah suggests, that Bhante suggests, I think it's good to cry when a baby is born. Because at that moment we know one day we will have to cry because of his death. But we couldn't remember that one. Because we will get death with our birth. But we celebrate that one. Good. Then be virtuous, and be virtuous in this way. Refrain your precepts, and then seeing fear of the slightest fault. Can you understand? And then you practice your precepts. You follow your precepts with mindfulness and awareness. Pay your attention to follow your precepts. This is the first advice. Is it clear? Now, don't you have that precept? Now you are in the first factor. Is it clear? Then, Tathagata, the Buddha, when the bhikkhu is virtuous, then the Tathagata advises him further. Okay. Now I am going to ask questions. From 8 precepts, today you have observed. What is the first one? Abstaining from killing. Second one? No. Stealing. Third one? No. Abstaining from sexual misconduct. Fourth one? You say? Were you there when you observed precepts? No. Okay. Please help her. Help him. Abstaining from lying. Fourth one. Fifth one? You say? No. Today we observed 8 precepts. Abstaining from lying and abstaining from malicious speech. Next one. But anyway, today also you please abstain from taking intoxicants, okay? Then next one. Abstain from harsh speech and then gossip. Okay, now it's okay with precepts. Then Tathagata advises him further, come bhikkhu, come monk, now guard the doors of your sense faculties. Do you know about that one? Guard the doors of your sense faculties. What are the sense faculties? Eye, ear. No, you say, I know these things. Nose, tongue, body, and mind. Here, restraining means, on seeing a form, you do not grasp to the signs and features of that form. You do not take those signs and features to your mind. If you take those features and signs to your mind, when you go home, then you will think about that one. Then the unwholesome things will arise. Passion, then anger, and desire. These unwholesome things will arise in your mind because of what? Unguarding the eye faculty. Can you understand? This very important thing to achieve the inner peace of your life. Then we have to guard our ear faculty. When someone blames to you, if you take that words, if you go with those words, if you go home with taking those words, then on the bed, then you will think, oh, that person blamed me. He told that thing to me. Then what will come to your mind? Anger will come. In this way, then Buddha explains to that, advises to that monk to refrain. How many faculties? 6 faculties. These are the things to practice in this noble path. Is it clear? What is the first one? First advice of this noble Dhamma Vinaya? Following precepts. Second one, guarding sense faculties. This is very important thing. Then you will have to control or guard your nose, tongue. Otherwise, if you don't guard your tongue, then you will think, go fishing, go hunting. Why? You won't taste. You don't guard your tongue faculty. This is the reason. Can you understand? Okay. Then, when he practices this guarding the doors of faculties, then the Tathagata advises him further, disciplines him further. Ehi tvam bhikkhu, come here monk, now bhojane mattanyu, moderate in eating. Did you think about that one? when you think you eat. Okay? But here, as a monk, in this part, moderating eating is a very, very important thing. Do you know the meaning of moderating eating? What is the meaning? Not eat too much. No. We can eat too much. This is the meaning of moderating eating means. It doesn't matter, little or too much. When you eat, you reflect wisely. I take this food neither for physical strength, nor for intoxication, nor for doing sports, and nor for the sake of physical beauty, and nor for the attractiveness, but only to survive and for the continuance of this body, to understand this Dhamma, to do meditation. This is the thing. Isn't there a difference in your eating and monk's eating? Then when you eat, you will source vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C. To what? Or others will appreciate me, or then I have to build my body and strength. Can you understand? Then you will select types of food. But as monks, they have to accept whatever they are offered into their bowl. So when they eat, advice is to reflect wisely. What is the purpose of this eating? Otherwise, though they are monks, they will develop greed as lay followers. Then again they will come back to the household track. Can you understand? This is another factor. Now how many factors of this path? 3. First one is following precepts. Second one, you give the complete answer. Sense faculties means sense faculties. Guarding sense faculties. Third one, moderating eating. Okay? You can eat too much thinking in that way. Okay? It may be that he want to survive, he want to eat too much. Can you understand? And there is a story. There was a monk, when he goes to alms round or to the houses, he eats too much. Okay? Then other monks, they are very, very, they were not happy about this eating. Then complain to Buddha. Oh, this monk, when he goes alms round, eats too much. Then Buddha called that monk. Then asked, is it true? Yes. Bhante, I eat too much, but I can eat more. I eat little. Then Buddha recollected his past lives. For 500 lives, continuously, he was an elephant. Then Buddha said, this is a habit. Don't blame to that monk. This is a habit. What about our habits? We don't know. If they are Buddha, then he will teach us. Then when that monk moderates in eating, then the Tathagata, the Buddha, disciplines him further. Then he says, meditate, next advice, okay? Meditate controlling the sleepiness. Is it easy? No. These are the things. Meditate controlling sleepiness in this way. During the day, in the first watch of the, that means during the day, daytime, while walking and sitting, try to control the hindrances of mind. Can you understand? You can come here because it's very hot. You can come here with your mat. Okay. But I think that feed is very helpful to your sleepless. And you will not sleep. Otherwise, having taken your lunch, then you want to sleep. Okay. Why? Okay. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Everything is okay. Okay. Now, can you remember the noble path? Practicing precepts. Second one, guarding sense faculties. Third one, moderating eating. When you remember that moderating eating, you keep in your mind that meaning of that one. Okay, it's not that we are not saying don't eat too much. That's not the thing. Then next one, fourth one. Yes, meditate controlling sleepiness. Okay, in this way, during the day you meditate by walking and sitting, controlling hindrances in your mind, obstacles. There are obstacles in this mind, hindrances, barriers that will not lead us to gain wisdom. What are those hindrances? That day I taught you about 5 hindrances. Were you there? First one is sensual desire, hindrance. Second one, ill will. Third one, sloth and torpor, the drowsiness, sleepiness. Okay? Then restless and remorse of this mind. Then doubt. These are the 5 hindrances. So when you are doing meditation, you are controlling these things. You have to control your desire. Sensual desire means to see forms, to hear sweet voices, to smell odors, to taste flavors, to touch tangibles. These are sensual desire. I think you have that experience. When you were doing breathing meditation, why didn't you keep your mindfulness regarding breathing? A thought of sensual desire comes to your mind. Or anger. Oh, that person, he told me such thing. And you will think about that one. Oh, you are very sleepy. Is it okay? Okay, then again, Satya Patamang, that means third watch of the night. That then you have to lie down. In the night, you can sleep. But lion's pose, in lion's pose, Singha Seyya. You know that one? How do you sleep? You go to bed and you fall into bed, and you sleep. But here, as a monk, there is a way to sleep. Lion's pose means with one foot overlapping other. On the right side, taking your hand like this, on the right side with one foot, nothing or other, okay? And mindfully, after noting your mind the time for arising, this is the way of that sleeping. Can you understand? You don't sleep in this way, upside, and you don't take, not you can do anyway. As a monk, they have to follow that way, lion's pose. But if you also can practice that one, you will experience the result. You can arise, you can wake up peacefully. Can you understand? These are the things. Then you will not see bad dreams. You will not scare in the night, middle of the night. You practice this one. How to call that posture? Lion's posture. Singhasaya. Right side. Then again early in the morning you have to wake up. Early in the morning. I think about here at 2 a.m. Okay? You have to wake up as a monk. Then again while walking and sitting, you have to do meditation by controlling those obstacles. Can you remember? Those things. That's why when a monk follow this way, but actually today also we are not able to wake up at this time, but this is the path to attain Arahant. Okay? That's why when a lay follower offers very little thing, at least very little thing to such an Arahant, then he will achieve a lot of merit, more fruitful way, because they are following that path. Can you understand? Okay, then again Buddha advises to that monk. Now can you remember, first of all, he advises, be virtuous. Next one, guard your faculties. You keep in your mind one of these things, okay, then it will be really helpful to you. Next one, moderating eating. Next one, meditate, controlling sleepiness. Next one, again Buddha advises, now practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness and awareness. Here meaning is abhikante patinkante. That means when you are going ahead, when you are coming back, when you are looking here and there, keep your mindfulness. What am I doing now? Can you understand? Then when you are flexing your limbs, extending your limbs, when you are eating, when you are drinking, pay your mindfulness. What am I doing? Otherwise, we will see here and there, anger will come, desire will come, passion will come to our mind. All the mind will be like a box of defilement because of lack of mindfulness. Can you understand? So we have to pay our mindfulness. Now you have to pay for your mindfulness to this cause. Okay, this is the last stages of this path. Okay. Then when you are wearing robes, using your ball as a monk. Okay. And other thing is, when you are wearing robes means as a monk, the monk has to reflect wisely when he wears his robe. Now I am wearing this robe not for the attractiveness, not for the beauty, not for get the appreciation of others. Can you understand? Only for the protection from heat, cold and other insects, only for covering this body. Can you understand? That's why if he throw his robe there, no one will take that one. Right? At least they can't lay this rope onto a table, because everywhere there are cuts. That's the nature of that rope discovered by Buddha. Can you understand? Otherwise monks will have to protect their ropes, because others will steal. But no one will steal these kind of ropes. Can you understand? Okay. So the most important thing is, when you listen to these things, you establish your confidence about the noble Sangha on this path. Then it will help you to follow this Dhamma. Then, when you are eating and drinking and standing, sitting, walking, falling asleep, and when you are go to toilet, your washroom, pay your mindfulness. When you are urinating, pay your mindfulness. This is the advice. To understand the fallenness of this body, impermanence of this body, pay your attention. Now what is here? What am I doing now in this way? Okay, then because of this mindfulness and awareness, now he has a purified mind for some extent, some concentrated. Now he can develop his mind. Now then Buddha advises him further, Ehitam Bhikkhu. Now Bhikkhu, monk, come here. Now you go to a calm place, secluded place. That means to a forest, to a root of a tree. Can you understand? To a charnel ground, and to an open space, to a cave. Now you can go. But in your house, you can go to a room. Can you understand? You can go to a calm place. You can go to a room in your house, and you can lock the door. Can you understand? Okay, then Buddha advises, now you sit there, and then your legs crosswise legs, and your body should be erected straight. And now you pay your mindfulness and purify your mind from anger, and you spread your thoughts, loving kindness thoughts to all beings. Is it clear? Then purify your mind from sloth and torpor, drowsiness, sleepiness, and you establish joy, happiness in your mind. Then peacefully, step by step, you develop your concentration. Then step by step, your mind will be concentrated. Can you understand? Now, your mind will come to the jhanas level. You can practice this one. If you can practice breathing meditation step by step, then you will experience the concentration, the bliss of concentration. Because the happiness you get from sensual desires, this noble bliss you get from concentration will go beyond that happiness you get from sensual desires. Can you understand? It's a truth of this Dhamma. If you have so many problems and mental suffering and those things, please try to do meditation. Then you will forget all other things. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. So then, jhanas. Your mind will come to the levels of jhanas. Jhanas means high concentration, levels of mind. Can you understand? Okay. In this way, then if you can develop the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana and fourth jhana, people can develop these things. Lay followers also develop these jhanas, concentration levels. if we can develop the 4 levels of jhanas to the 4th level, from that concentrated mind, we will be able to direct our mind to see our past lives. Can you understand? We can achieve those knowledge. Okay? So anyway, this was the explanation of Buddha. Okay? By developing. Now can you remember the things he developed? Advices, be virtuous, guard your faculties. Next one, moderating, eating, meditate, controlling your sleepiness. Next one. Next one. Go to a calm place, secluded place. Yes. Practice mindfulness. Oh, we lost that one. Forget that one. Before go to a secluded place, establishing mindfulness about going and coming and those things. Okay. So now then Buddha explains, then because of that concentrated mind, then he can understand 4 noble truths. Suffering as it is, as a noble truth. Origin of suffering as a noble truth. Cessation of suffering as a noble truth. The path leading to the cessation of suffering as a noble truth. From this point, when he comes to this point, then he has followed the Noble Eightfold Path. What is the Noble Eightfold Path? Morality, concentration, wisdom. These are the things, okay? Then, Buddha explains this explanation. Now can you understand gradual training? Can you understand? Gradual training, gradual practice and gradual progress. Then now, can you remember that accountant? He asked this question. What is the name of that accountant? Moggallana. Okay? If you can remember these things, then you will be able to practice these things. Then he says, okay, Bhante, when Master Gautama explains in this way very clearly, isn't this clear? Very clear. When you explain this very clearly, do all the followers, do they all attain Nibbana, the ultimate goal, end of suffering, or do some not attain it? Is it clear, his question? Then Buddha says, what do you think about his answer? Do they all attain Nibbana? Huh? So, some of them attain. Then Buddha explains, some of them attain, some do not attain. Is it clear? Then he asks, why is that one? Since the Nibbana exists. Since the Nibbana means cessation of suffering, end of suffering. Since the end of suffering. Now let's see this one. When we teach this Dhamma, they ask, oh, what will happen if all attain Nibbana? These people will not be here on this earth. They question. In this way he questions, since Nibbana exists, and the path leading to the Nibbana exists, and the Master Gautama is present as the guide, why is that? What is the reason to that one? Some do not attain Nibbana and some of them attain Nibbana. Why is that? Can you remember the answer? Then Buddha asks a question. Okay, now I am going to ask a question from you. Are you familiar with the road leading to Rajagaha? This was a question. Then I am going to ask from you. Are you familiar with the road leading to Toronto from here? Are you familiar to Toronto town, city? Are you familiar? Huh? No. Okay, how do you get the path to lead to Nibbana? Huh? Okay, I think it will be easier then the path leading to the Toronto city, finding the Nibbana. Okay? Then he says, yes Bhante, I am very familiar with the path leading to, okay, let's say Toronto. Then Buddha says, okay, if a person comes to you and he asks, oh, Moggallana, please show me the road to go to Toronto city. Then, how do you show the road to that person? Then Ganaka Moggallana says, okay, I can show him the path, Bhante. I will say, okay, this road goes to Toronto city. And then, follow this road, and for a while, then you will see a certain village and certain park, and then go a little further, and then you will see another park, and then you take a right turn here, and you take a left turn here, okay? Then at the end of that path, then you will see the Toronto city, here Rajaga, with lovely parks, grounds, meadows and ponds. What do you think about Toronto? Only the concrete tracks, concrete buildings. Okay, you will see Toronto city. Then Buddha explains, another person comes and he also asks the path. Then you say, you show the path same way. But he would take a wrong road. When you tell him to take the right turn, he will take left turn. Then the first person will arrive safely, but the other will not. Why is that? Toronto exists. Since Toronto exists, Toronto city exists, and the path to Toronto city exists, and you are here as the guide. Why is that? That one safely arrives to Toronto and other one doesn't. What is the reason? That's the thing. Then he says, Bhante, what can I do for this one? I am one who shows the way. Then he says, in the same way, Moggallana, Nibbana exists. End of suffering exists. The path leading to the Nibbana exists. And I am here as Tathagata. I can show the path. But it's up to you. Can you understand? So, some of my disciples, they follow this path and they achieve cessation of suffering, end of suffering. And some do not attain. Can you understand? Okay, so keeping this one very clear thing. I can teach you this Dhamma, but if you do not follow this one, will you be able to get the results? No. But the results are there already. Can you understand? Inner happiness can be achieved in this life. End of suffering can be achieved. But if you do not follow this Dhamma, what can I do? Can you understand? In this way, Tathagata gave the answer. Then that accountant, Moggallana, he was very, very happy, and he says, definitely, Bhante, it will happen so now I can understand all these things. So, then he says, if a monk has the faith or confidence regarding this Dhamma, and if he guards the sense faculties, can you remember? If he is virtuous, if he guards sense faculties, if he moderates in eating, if he meditates, then I think that Ganaka Moggallana says, if he has the mindfulness, then I think he will achieve that Nibbana. Because that Nibbana, Chittateva Nibbana, that Nibbana exists already. Chittati Nibbana Gamini Maggo. The path leading to the Nibbana exits. And this Dhamma exits here, shows the path. So then all those disciples will, who they follow this Dhamma, they will achieve the cessation of suffering. So in this way, then he says a simile. As you know, jasmine, that flower, as jasmine is considered as the best of the flower perfumes, so to Master Gautama's advice, supreme among the teachings of today. Okay? So at the end of this discourse, then he says, as a light to see forms in the dark, your teaching is like that. Okay? So it's very, very clear for me now. So I am very, very happy about this Dhamma. I go for refuge to Master Gautama, and let Master Gautama remember me as a lay follower who has gone forth for Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha for life. This is the going forth of Ganaka Moggallana. Now think about, at the end of all the discourses, a person got forth for God. They take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Can you remember the morning? In that discourse also, what is the name of that person? Subha, that boy Subha. He also went for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. From that point, then he is a noble disciple of Buddha. That's the meaning of that one. So is it clear? Some factors of this path? Okay. So you think about those factors, okay? So I like to bless you. May you have the opportunity to practice your precepts mindfully, and then may you have the opportunity to guard your sense faculties and moderate on eating, and to meditate, controlling your sleepiness, and to arise your wisdom to understand Four Noble Truths. And may you have the opportunity to associate noble friends. May you have the opportunity to listen to this noble Dhamma, and may you have the opportunity to understand Four Noble Truths in this very life. May you have the opportunity to achieve real happiness by escaping from this samsara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.